Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Nomad, and in this today's tutorial I'm gonna teach you how to create a beautiful house with topography and outer exterior landscaping, and how to create beautiful renderings in the end of the project. So this video will gonna take within a few parts. So okay, let's get started. Okay, so here I am on my Revit architecture floor plan level 1. So what we have to do first, we need to check with our elevation. So I will just click on my elevation here, and I will just make this sure that the default as in 10 feet, as you can use as for your own desired levels. So for this project I'm using a 10 feet on the floor level in the elevation. And so one thing also I want to make sure that I want to set my units. So there's a shortcut for that. Press UN on the keyboard. So the dialog box will appear. So for this one, I'm going to use the millimeters, because my CAD file is already set the units by default in millimeters. So it will be easy for me. And for the rounding, I'm going to use just like zero decimal place, because I just want to demonstrate to show you how to make this floor plan in 3D and a Revit model. So I will just click OK. Everything okay. So yeah, one thing more. If you want to change the elevation, the level name. So if you just click here once, and if you just click once more here, you can see there is now highlighted, and you can rename it. Like I'm gonna put this for ground floor. For oops. So when I click outside of it, so as you can see, we get a warning here as a confirmation message. Would you like to rename the corresponding view? Because when I'm going to change the level name here, it will automatically get updated on the project browser here. So I just don't want it to see this message again. So I just check this box and I press yes. So now you can see here on my floor plan, it's already the name got changed. And for this one, I'm going to put the level 1. Okay. And for the roof, I want to just put as a default one. So I'm going to press LL for shortcut key for the level. And I will just give uh, a height of it. So I'm gonna give like something. Okay, let's just put like 3048 mm as same as just like that. So my roof will come over here, and if I go here, there is a, if you want to see this name here on the right side or on the left side, you just need to check with this box, so it will automatically get reflect here. And I'm gonna uncheck here. Okay, so my levels is now set here. I'm gonna go through my insert tab, and I'm going to link the CAD file. So as I told you on my earlier videos how to link the CAD files, so I just go to insert, link CAD file, and I just made the folder for this tutorial. So project sample, okay, CAD reference. Okay, so here is a ground floor plan in AutoCAD. So I'm gonna make sure that it should be checked here, the current view only, and it should be the color will be preserved. And I'll put this in millimeters because I know this the units of this CAD file is in millimeters. So I'll just hit open. Okay, so my CAD file is now linked with this Revit project, and now I'll do same thing for my level 1 first floor. I will go again to the link CAD, and I'm gonna use this first floor DWG. I'll use the import unit as a millimeter. Make sure that it's checked the current view only, so it will be only going to visible on the level 1, not in other levels, so you won't get any confusion. So I'll just hit open. Okay, so now as you can see here, my CAD file is linked on the both of the floors on ground and as well as level 1. So one more thing you should do, you should always pin this CAD file so that accidentally if you're working on the project, so it won't move from there its position, because later on you get difficulties. I mean, when you're doing modeling, sometimes it happens, it gets moved from its position. So you should always pin this item from here if it is not pinned, and then you can lock it through this option, the selected pin element. So if I click it, now if you try to click here, it won't get selected. So it's the best way to start working with the project. So same thing I'm gonna do with the level 1. I'm just gonna select it, and I'm just gonna pin here, and I'm gonna just like one more time. Okay, pin here, and I'm gonna lock it. Okay, so as you can see, now it's locked on its position on the both the floors. Okay, and also I will give you the shared link for this CAD file so that you can practice if you want. I will give you the link on the description for this DWG CAD file through my Google Drive, so you can use it. Okay, so now what the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure the outer wall, the exterior wall, and the inner wall as well. So I will just go to Modify tab. Here is the measuring scale. You can just use it to measure for what is the thickness of the wall. So as you can see here, it's 300 millimeter. Okay, and now I just press Escape to out of this command. I'm gonna measure the inner wall also. The It's 100 mm. So okay. Okay, so everything is mentioned here, as you can see, like the inner dimension, the outside, the window, the doors, and everything is mentioned here. So I don't need to worry about to calculate the other elements in this project. Okay, so I will first do one thing. I will create the duplicate of walls. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to press WA. It's a shortcut for the walls, and I will just go to edit type, and I will just make duplicate of this one as just like a 3, and I'll rename it as a 300 mm wall exterior. Okay, so it will be easy for me to understand which is exterior and interior wall. Okay, so I'll just hit OK. And always, you should always duplicate whatever default it's given by Revit, because if you're gonna mess with this the by default file, so in other projects you will face a lot of problems. So you should always make a duplicate of it, then you should edit it. So I'm gonna change its thickness from here. It's 300 mm. And for the material, I'm gonna use just clad white, because I just want to put it on a perspective view in a good view. So clad white will be good. So I'll just search here clad. So the clad white, yeah. And I will here press, make sure that you should check this one as use render appearance. So it will appear in a realistic view, it will appear in a good form. So I will just hit OK. And before putting the walls in the Revit floor plan, make sure that you should always check with this location of the line, so that you can either use a core face exterior on interior, or you can use a wall center line also method, but I use exterior interior through that. And for the height, it should be unconnected with the roof, and everything is like, just I want to make as it is. So I will just zoom in here, and I will just click here. And now, as you can see here, now you can create a wall just like this. And there's one more method by pick a line tool here. You just need to click here, the pick line method, and you can see here there's a reference it's showing to you. This mark, the dotted line, as you can see here. So when I just click here, it will automatically create a wall. And just like same thing I'll do here, and same thing I will do here, and one more here, and one more here, and one more here, and one more here. Okay. Okay, so I just given the wall on each side of this exterior wall. So now I'm gonna do is I'll just trim and extend here. Uh, I will just use the shortcut that is called TR, or you can find on the modify tab here. This is the trim and extend. So I will just click the first wall, and I will just go to the next wall. You can see here that's showing now the joining of the line of the wall through this dotted line here. So I'll just click it. Now you can see the wall is joined. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Okay, here, here, the same thing I'll do here, same thing I'll do here. Okay, so the exterior wall of this floor plan is created. And for the same thing I'm gonna do with the interior wall also. So I'll just check it. This is like 100 mm. And same thing I'll do here. Oops, we forgot here. Okay, I'll just make sure that it should join from all the way, as you can see here. So if you wanted to, like, one more thing, if you want to see this wall as in a dark mode, so you just need to go to the visual graphic settings. You just need to press VV shortcut and just search from the keyboard W wall, and here you can see the patterns. You can change the pattern so that it will be visible to you. So for the pattern I'm going to use a solid fill, and I'll hit OK. And for this one I'm going to use the halftone, so it will be not too much black and a little bit grayish, so it looks good in that. Okay, so as you can see here, now it's visible like that. So now the next one is the interior wall. So for the same thing, I'm going to use it. I'm going to press WA on the keyboard shortcut, and I'm going to go to the edit type. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to rename it as 100 mm exterior. Sorry, this is interior wall. Interior. Okay, so I'll just hit OK. Here I'm going to change its thickness as 100. And for the layer, I'm going to use it, the same thing as a clad white. So I'm not going to change this one. So hit OK. And for the same thing, I'm going to use this pick line method because it's quite fast. I'll just go through this pick line, and I will click here. I'll click here, 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 and here. I'm gonna click here. Okay, so yeah, now I'm gonna use the second method, that is trim and extend single element method. What it does actually, it will connect your wall from the outer walls to its inside of it. So if you hover over this tool, it will automatically show you the video small. So it will explain you through how to use this tool and how it works. So as I know that, so I'm just gonna click it. So I'm gonna click on the exterior wall, and I'm gonna click to this wall. It will automatically get connected. So this is actually a fast method to connect the walls. Okay, so I'll just fast forward this video so that it won't take any time in this tutorial. So as you can see here, I have created all the walls in the interior walls of this ground floor plan. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to put the doors and the windows and other interior families like this, the dining table and the living room and everything like that. So for this project, I'm just using as a by default, which is given by Revit. So, okay. So now as you can see here, the dimension is given, so I don't need to worry about it. So I will just press the window shortcut key, that is WN. And as you can see here, it's 900 mm by 2100 mm. So I'm just gonna do the same thing as I did with the walls. I will just click in the edit type. I will duplicate this and I will just use it as 900 by 2100 mm window. Okay, so I'll hit OK. As you can see here, you can change its dimension now here as the height. I told you it's 2100 mm, as you can see here, and for the width, I'm going to use it 900. So now I'll just hover over the wall, and now you can see my windows are appearing. So for this one, if the window is not aligned, you can use the align method, that is called, the shortcut is AL, and just need to make sure that everything should be aligned. So just click the line of the CAD file and this the window, so it will get attached with this given reference, and I'll just hit lock here, so it won't move from this position. So the same thing I'm going to do with other windows and the doors. I'll just click to this window because this window is almost same, and few more windows like here the same, and others are different. So I'm just gonna do the same thing as go to the edit type, and I'll duplicate it, and I'll make duplicate, and I'm just gonna put this all the window here, and same thing I'll do with the doors. Okay, for duplicating this window is very simple. You just click this window, and here is creating a similar element. If you want to use the same window for this project, I mean for your project, if you want to create something which is the element is very similar, so either you can use this tool. There's a shortcut key CS, and the option will appear. So I already actually selected here this window, so that's why it's showing pop up here, and I will just hit here on the ball, and the same thing I'll do here, align, and I'll lock it. So the same thing I'll do with all these ground floor plans. So I will just finish it as quickly. Okay, so I have created all the doors and window according to the CAD file, as you can see here. So now the next thing, I'm gonna put the this living room, the families of the living room and the dining room, some tables, chairs, and other elements in this project. Okay, so for that, I'm gonna use the insert. I will go to the insert tab. I'm gonna load the family, and here I'm gonna use. I think it should be on a furniture. Okay, by default, it's be on a furniture only. Okay, so I will click here in the folder of seating, and I will use this sofa, and I will use this one also. So I'll just select both of them, and I'll open it. Okay, so I'll just go to this architecture tab, and I'll go to this component, place a component, and I'll this one, the chair. I think it's not loaded yet, so I will use this one as a small chair. So now I will just make sure that it should be aligned to this CAD file. So I'll just uh, hover over this line, and I will hit parallel to this line, and you can just put your chair. Just click it. And for this one, I will use again. I will go to Insert tab. I will load family, and I will load the sofa. I'll click it, and it will get open. I will go to architecture. I'll hit here, and you can see here now it's loaded. And I'll do the same thing. I'll hover over here, and I will just press like it. I will just click it here. And for the instance, I will just turn this one, and I will just add one more so it will look good for this project. Okay. So now as we just added some of this element, I will do the same thing for all of above in this ground floor plan. Okay, so now as you can see here, I've added some few more elements like the dining table, the kitchen equipments. But I just use the default one, and the table in the kitchen and the toilet area. I just I just wanted to demonstrate to you how actually you should use the default file for this project. So as you can see here, I have added all the elements in this in this ground floor plan, and I will show you in 3D also. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, so I'll click here in this button, 3D. So as we can see here, now it's looking quite good. Uh, as we used our the default, all the furnitures and everything, just like that. So yeah, I need to add the floors and this ground floor plan. So let's do that. I'll just go to this architecture tab, floor, architecture floor, and I'll just use this pick line method as same I use for the walls, and I'm gonna use just here, here, and here, 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 here. Yeah, okay, cool. Here it's connected. So one thing you should make sure that it should not go outside of it. So I'll just 2 minutes in. Okay, I'll just make sure that everything the line should be connected properly. Okay, so I'll just hit OK. Okay, so this one I will check on now on 3D. As you can see here, now our floor is created. Looks quite good. Check with this section box, and I will just adjust a little bit, just like that. So it will be easy for us to uh, work on project like that. Okay, for so for the next floor, I will make the new video, the next one. So we will continue on the next part of this project. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you.